Okay, so as you can tell based off of the title of the live stream, you're most likely just going to see a light with black siding. That's going to be normal for a good little bit here because I'm in the middle of trying to get stuff done. I've been recently thinking, especially with YouTube, you guys as YouTube video users, whether you're a viewer or a content creator, I've recently had the idea, and I will need as much support as possible from those that are able to support. It's totally up to you. Though I will say right now, having to take off on a few ideas actually will not be easy. I promise that. And I will say for now, for starting as of now, if you guys have any suggestions on ideas, of which I've actually got brainstormed a few to start with, everything and anything you guys suggest in the comments or the live chat would prove 100% useful. Now, I am looking at possibly doing like videos on like review types. Over there. Sorry, I'm working on a few things at the same time right now, and it's kind of stressful in my little world, if you want to put it that way. In addition to, how can I put it? Starting once a week, I'm going to start to do what I can to start doing live streams once a week. And as a little bonus, depending on the month and where I sit financially, I am thinking about maybe, and I'm going to go on this idea, maybe doing giveaways. Now, the idea of the giveaway is actually not going to happen for several months, maybe not for at least a year. Because the whole idea of giveaways is actually still fresh on my mind. But the biggest idea that I would love to get from you guys suggested video content. Now, will it be easy to do so? No. The reason why is because with the current economy in today's society, especially with how high gas prices are, trust me, I'm not going to get into too much about that. But when I say that, I just want you guys to know it's best that you do your own research than me become that little research geek for you. Now, I don't mind doing the, becoming a little, how can I put it? A little bird that helps once in a while, but it's not going to be continual. So I'm just trying to get some clothing put away. Anyways, but some of the suggestions that I've got in mind that I'm thinking about potentially doing are hotel reviews, motel reviews, and restaurant reviews, in addition to any others that you guys can think of. Now, if you're going to suggest the idea of Disney, Disney is out of the question entirely. Part of the reason why is because they have gone downhill. Nothing against you, Disney, if you're watching this, but it's just prices have gone up with their tickets, and I've been just trying to avoid Disney altogether. However, I will say I am sticking with the Disney I used to know. Growing up religious, now if you're not religious and you're curious to know what I'm talking about, this is a good time to actually pause the video and do a little bit of research yourself. I grew up LDS, and I know a lot of people don't like hearing others share their religious viewpoints, which is why I'm saying if you want to not really like listen to this bit, I would wait about 5-10 minutes, because each person's different. They may end up going on forever about one thing, and some others will touch briefly on it. Me, that's yet to be determined, because I do have ADHD and autism, and it kind of sucks because I learned it also kind of aggravates some people. However, that's not going to stop me from being me, per se. And yes, I cleaned my room for the last 5-10 minutes. Now, as you can tell, I am actually getting into my bed. Ah, crap, I just forgot. I got some because with where I'm living, I live with my oldest brother, and he's got 2 dogs, both of which are very destructive at times. Only because they don't know how to keep their dogs contained. Let's see. But backing up to the whole religious stuff, I get it. Not everyone's religious, and I respect that. However, that ain't going to stop me from expressing my viewpoints. I enjoy being a part of it and whatnot. Oh, goodness. But setting that aside for now, for those that are curious to know or would like to put in ideas or questions, feel free to just put it in the chat or the comments if you're watching this after the live stream ended, and I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. Now, with that being said, depending on the time of year and how long I would be doing this, it'll all depend on the number of people and the number of comments I get per video I do, if that makes sense. I will do what I can to get through all comments, if not as much as I can. In addition to the idea of suggestions, I'm also going to start doing a little, I don't want to say fundraiser, but like a GoFundMe for for basics to get me going at least. And I personally won't care how much you give, whether it's 1 penny or $100. But that's also going to be one of those instances where it's going to have to wait till later, like much later down the road. I'm also going to be doing a live Q&A, meaning y'all get to ask questions to me personally at the time of the Q&A. On top of that, I'm also looking at maybe collaborating with other YouTubers. However, it's not going to be easy because I'm still new to the whole YouTube stuff.
Now, you're probably going to ask, haven't you been doing YouTube for several years now? Yes, but there's one thing that you're missing. I don't do a daily upload. It's more of when I get the chance and if I remember to. One thing I will say though, to get me to start doing more of a daily upload, I need to do at least like a monthly upload. And to me, what that'll look like is planning, prepping, getting it all put together, and then doing the video. To give you an idea of what that looks like, go ahead and go over to Mark Roberg's channel. I'll put his channel down in the description below. And that's the other thing I want you guys to know is I'm not good with putting descriptions together. Unless if it's something that I know for a fact that will catch the individual's eye, per se, based off of interest. One thing I will point out though is I am seeing with the platform I'm currently on, I am seeing that number for the views go from no viewers to 1 view. That I am able to see, so keep in mind I do see that. In addition to keeping in mind that I am going to start trying to do live streams at least once a week, like I've mentioned from earlier. Suggestions for topics would prove very useful. Matter of fact, if y'all are watching this, whether it's now on live stream or after the fact that I end this live stream, I'm going to start taking ideas from those comments. So editing though will be a bit more on the trickier side because I don't have a laptop. I did at one point though, and it quit working because I forgot that it had a warranty on it. So I'm kind of stuck with my tablet, which kind of makes it hard because, well, I shouldn't say that because I know a lot of people like editing on like smaller devices. But if you really think about it, some people like myself would prefer a computer because you get to sit there all day editing, but some people would prefer editing the content when they get done with the video itself, if that makes sense, and then release it the next day. I know of at least one family that does that, of which I actually follow, and yeah. Oh, that's right. I need to get my taxes done. Ignore that comment. I'm currently thinking out loud at the moment, as y'all can clearly tell. And I try to not think out loud sometimes because it does confuse some people. One thing I will say, in addition to everything with the title of this stream, I had within the last few months recently got a Switch, which I'm still trying to like work the settings out and try to learn all that. So yeah, joys of that. In addition, phone, where is it? Sorry. I get so sidetracked I forget to check certain things. In addition to, so interesting thing. Yeah. The reason why I kind of like sigh or like kind of like do a heavy sigh sometimes is because I've been dealing with whatever sickness has been going around lately, and it's been driving me nuts personally. And it sucks. I want. I swear people just don't know how to. So, cool facts to know about me. I'm not the type to enjoy getting my phone blown up with messages. I'm just. In addition to Snapchat, I'm going to forewarn everyone, especially the newer generation. Be careful with social media because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Reason why I say this is because I've recently, in my time over the last year or two, I've had been scammed, been hacked with my Facebook account, and just been doing stupid things, which has not been a pleasure for me. Give me a moment. Oh, that sucks. I just got talking with one of my friends just now, and apparently he got stuck on a particular train because it got like shut down for some reason. And I was like, oh, wow, that's a bit of a surprise. All right, I guess I'm unfriending you because you don't respond. Also, a little fact to keep in mind for the most recent generation. If you get Snapchat, do not add someone that you don't know that had recently added you from Quick Ads because they're looking for something you may not be comfortable doing. I promise you, it'll save you. Oh yeah, happy leap year, by the way, everyone. Um, I'm just kind of all. I do apologize if I'm kind of like looking back and forth between different devices. I am currently trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand my switch here. Um, I will say right now that having ADHD and autism is a bit of a challenge, I promise. And trying to find a full time job that allows me to have a decent paycheck has not been easy since October. I should say since the 1st of November. I've been working nothing but part time jobs since then, or well, at least one. And I've recently been talking with my parents because both my parents and I actually live under my oldest brother's roof, and I'm trying to find jobs that are full time, basically. And keep in mind, there may be suggestions you guys might end up putting in the chat or the comments that I've applied for. And keep in mind, if I come off like strong with my response for your suggestions, it's not your fault. I promise you that. Part of the reason why is because everyone that I know personally and directly has already mentioned several things multiple times. And I promise you guys, I'm trying to keep my patience as much as I possibly can. But backing up to back at the beginning of the live stream, I've mentioned some things that I'm looking into investing in doing, of which are reviews basically. Normally, okay, so little fact. And I know I've been doing little facts nonstop. However, that's not going to stop me from having this live stream. I know I was going to go on a tangent, but now my brain's having to go all over the place. Anyways, but backing up to the beginning towards the beginning of the live stream, I had mentioned doing reviews. I've also been thinking about doing like game reviews, like via my Switch. And like say my Switch, PlayStation, my tablet. I actually have I've got 2 tablets now. Right now I'm playing Animal Crossing, of which I did originally say a few years ago that Animal Crossing was pretty dumb to play because it was basically, from what I've been told, it's basically not captivating. Basically, showing the idea of an actual human's life, like as an adult, if that makes sense per se. But I recently I started playing it, and my thoughts changed from not liking it to actually finding it okay. Oh, I lost my handy trusted little shovel. Anyways, but yeah, so that's right. I gotta check on one thing. Oh, ooh, that I like. Sorry, I'm very into the game right now that I'm playing, and I just recently placed a bridge, and I'm loving it because oh, what's this? Do I get miles? Yes, I do. Anyways, but yeah, so like, sorry, comment down below on like ideas for games as well if y'all are interested. Because if y'all are interested in playing or watching me play, I would actually love to know so that way I can like start streaming for my Switch as well. There is one channel that I do follow in addition to the idea of me playing games. Speaking of, his little notification came up. He goes by the name of Zach Scott Games. Anyways, but yeah, comment down below in the comments, or if you're watching this like currently, which I'm not seeing anyone watching this, which is fine. But if you're watching this like on replay, I would recommend go down in the comments below, and I will go back into my account on YouTube to look at the comments. And I just want to make sure that I can see those. So if once you all start like doing those comments or whatever you want to call them, I will do what I can to try to do live streams through YouTube, though it will not be easy. Um, oh, my mom's gone. Anyways, that doesn't matter too much right now. What time is it? All right. Anyways, well, I will say right now, if you've made it this far, I congratulate you for watching the whole video. Sure, I understand there wasn't much exciting to go on, but I am gonna like close with this. I am in the process of finding a full-time job that will pay me better than what I'm getting paid now. And I promise I will convince my parents into joining me one of these days into doing like these reviews with me in addition to doing like videos in the future. So any and all suggestions will come to me, and I will like collaborate with my parents and see what they think. So for now, I will see you later in the next stream and hope to hear from them, like see some comments.